Yo, what's good? I go by Digital Crates. I'm representing for HipHopSince1987.com. And we've been posting your music consistently the last couple of years. And every time we post something, people go crazy. You got just a crazy energy, one of the hardest spitters out. So respect to you for taking the time today. You got Untamed online now, crazy project, so many dope videos. Let's just rewind a little bit though, man. I'm tapped into what you got going on. But for the people that don't know you yet, because they will next year, you're going to blow up. I feel it coming. But for the people that don't know you yet, maybe you can just tell them your name and where you're from.
Know man himself, Dusty Locane, Don Dusty. You feel me? Born and raised Canarsie, Brooklyn. Yeah, here to take shit over. Feel me? You already did the top. I can't do nothing better than what you did. Feel me? That's a
Yeah, man.
different type of introduction. I appreciate you though for that, family.
Dusty Locane, man, you rep so hard for Brooklyn. You got the sound of New York, and you really, your music is so authentic. It really represents for the soil. Maybe you could just tell people really quick, like how you got your start doing music, like what inspired you to start going so hard.
At the time of my life, I was you know, fighting the justice system, and it was just set up where I really had nothing to fall back on to. Like I ain't have no plan Bs. So I just had to figure out something, and music was right in front of me. Like
Mm.
music has always been around me in my life, so it was really a no brainer. But it took again me just believing in myself. So once I had the belief, it was all right. Let's get this done. Let's go make some money.
No, that's what it's all about. You got to kind of get up and get it. Ain't nobody gonna bring it to you. You really got to go get it.
Yeah,
And
how to be a hustler with this shit. Feel me? I feel like it's plenty of different forms of hustlers, and music is definitely one of the forms.
what are some of like the people that maybe inspired you when you first started doing music? Like, what's some artists that you kind of like got in the game and really respected?
Of course, Pop, Nipsey, Fivio. I feel like
Yeah,
anybody who's coming out of New York just making great music, I fuck with them. Free Chef, Sleepy, Eli,
yeah.
Busy Banks, all of those who, like I said, been doing this shit before me. Like I've been listening to niggas. And then if we talking about like now, like I don't listen to nobody but me now, but like EST Gee is like my go-to if I ain't listening to myself.
Yeah, he slide on the
But
track,
again,
man. He go hard.
yeah, if it's not somebody from the Fever or EST Gee, you could catch me listening to myself really.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
that's
those
that's how you learn and grow, and you do it quick. Like you, if to me, like just keep getting better and better. That upgrade, like every track, and then the project is so crazy. It's like you got a real like patented flow. Like you got a flow that's all your own. Like it's like a slow flow. It's melodic, but it fits like every type of beat you get on. Like, cause you don't just get on one type of beat. For the people though that aren't tapped in just yet, like how would you describe your music to them?
I would say it's something that make you again like either make you go and want to do a drill or like go
Mm,
and wanna make a change in your life. But it's just something to get you up and get you active. At the same time, like that menacing vibe it give off. It also
yeah.
just show like, yo, bro, if I want to take it there, I could take it there. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize like they all got that in them. If you really want to take it to that next step, you could. It's just all about mindset. So my music is just a mindset you gotta be in all the time. It's like, nigga, get up off your ass, you feel me, go chase that bag,
Mm.
or you feel me, just don't chase a bitch. Feel me? But outside of that, it's to just chase anything that you know in your life that you wanna get far in, and you wanna make either a career or something that people look back and say you left your legacy on. Feel me?
Mm. What would you say separates you from the pack?
The difference between me and a lot of other niggas is just I'm myself 24/7. So like I don't
Mm.
feel like it's ever a time I gotta, because everybody speak of, the switch, like when you're in this shit, you gotta have a switch. But I just feel like end of the day I am who I am. So like
Yeah.
that switch is more to me, it's not really a switch, it's just like I'm just being me. Like there's no, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I feel like some niggas a lot of times they feel like they have to act a certain way or,
Hmm.
say certain things or nigga. I'm just true to myself. Or as a rapper, they feel like, oh yeah, rappers is expected to be this, and you gotta be boastful, and you gotta talk your shit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga. That ain't the meaning of this. Feel me? Niggas got it misconstrued along the ways, but in my opinion, it's really more or less like, yo, cuz, be you. And allow them to accept you. And if they don't, again, it's fuck them. But don't go out trying to portray something all for the public eye. That shit is corny to me. I feel like way too many niggas do that. Feel me?
Yeah, it's like you gotta be cool, but not too cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, nigga who think he too cool ain't never really been cool. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's
Like,
real. That's real.
that shit ain't nothing. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I still shake anybody hand that woke up to me and tell me they love my music.
Yeah.
End of the day, them is the ones who really putting on. You feel me?
That's real. And you active, like you got 2 feet firmly planted in the game right now. And it's not just about music in this era. You got social media, you know what I mean? You got all this other stuff
So
on
much
top of
other things
music.
that's implemented when it comes to
Yeah.
music. It's not just making it. It's how you is on the socials and TikTok. You know, buzzing right now. We at what 1 million on TikTok,
Going crazy.
On IG. Feel me? Twitter. We everywhere. So we trying to just keep that presence alive.
How do you balance all that? Like from making music, doing shows, shooting videos, social media, real life. How do you balance everything?
It's your life. Like you gotta just tell yourself it's your life. If you're not adapted or accustomed or willing to learn, then nigga, this is not for you. Like a lot of people would try to force it, and I think that's also another problem, forcing it. Like, let alone force it, but consistency is another big thing. Feel me? If you consistently working at it, eventually, you know, I feel like it'll work. But if you're not consistent with your shit, then it's like you're wasting your time. So I just feel like I always try to stay consistent. Tell myself like I'm not just doing it for me. I'm doing it for the people around me, for my family. So I gotta just, you know, keep my foot on their necks.
You make it look easy too. I mean, and it's consistent. It look easy. Everything is high quality too. Like everything that you touch has like a real professional, high quality edge to it. What keeps you motivated as you go through it to keep getting better and better?
My peers, my family, my fans. It's too many things that keep me motivated, and I feel like also, you know, like waking up in the morning is my motivation. Like, as long as I'll be able to wake up and I'm free and I could provide, I'm grateful. Like a nigga sit here and be sad and cry over spilled milk. Feel me? And another nigga ain't got no milk to drink. You get me? So it's like,
that's right.
End of the day, I'm just happy I'm alive, man, and I could be able to watch other people enjoy what I'm doing.
So tell me real quick, like, what's the process of making music like? Like when you in the studio, what's like a typical session look like? Like, are you writing?
We ain't writing this. Or 9 times out of 10, it's hit a beat and we just, like I said, we go off. But I need my lean, you know, my dirty, and I need my spliff. You feel me? As long as I got those two things, and even sometimes if I don't got the lean, I don't really need the lean, but the lean is just there because I know, like, all right, yeah, it's gonna put me in a whole nother realm. But the weed by itself will have me lit. So that's really all I need. And after that, it's just creating. We creating because, like, with me, I'm faced with something, you know, with a different obstacle every day. You feel me? So I always got something to talk about.
Especially the way you rap is so crazy. You find these pockets in the beat that I don't think any other artist is even onto yet. You know what I mean? Like it's totally a new style. Let's just talk about a couple of the tracks. Like we got to talk about Rolling, Controlling. What does that feel like? You put something out and it just go crazy. It's bigger than viral. You know what I mean? Like that's a hit. Like it's not just viral. That's a hit. What's it feel like to have something like that right out the gate?
It's like, you know, if it's just the beginning, then we got a lot more to go. Like that's how we think about it. Like I don't get too caught up in it. Like again, I said, like it's a lot of niggas who don't get the pleasures or comfortabilities or whatever you want to call it to do a lot of things in life. So just for me to be able to make music and go in a booth is like, nigga, I made it. But I just gotta understand it's not about making it, it's about maintaining it. So, you know, maintenance is key right now for me. Like so I mean, everything else is just like I said. It's just a trophy to my dedication, to my hard work, to the people around me who've been helping. So I just look at those as nigga. Let's just keep racking in the trophies.
Yeah, and people are still catching on to that. That's one of those joints too. It's like I feel like every
It's a
time I
sleeper.
listen, I catch something a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a sleeper
It's
because it's like you don't expect it, and then when you start really listening, it's like, okay, I see
yeah,
what's going on here. So
yeah.
I feel you,
It's
bro.
different. I really like too. I want to talk about "Caught in the Rain." That's like I feel like too. That's like like people gonna look back on that stuff like that and introduce me like our classics. Like, but that "Caught in the Rain." Maybe you could talk a little bit about the inspiration, especially the video is so crazy.
Caught in the rain, like I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't really have no knowledge of really doing Caught in the Rain. Like it was just one day, my second day in the studio with Empire after, we started linking up and shit. It was like the second track I made in there, and it was just on some fun shit again, like
Yeah.
just really enjoying life. You feel me? A couple of the Mondum was there with me, and I was lit. You feel me? I think it was Belly I was drinking that day, and a little, we was just vibing, like, and the cadence just came to mind, like I'm gonna make bail tonight, and it went from there, like,
Mm.
but it really all piggybacked off that one bar, and
Yeah.
me,
That'd be the hardest one too. That first bar, that first part of the flow, but then it come right after that. I
yeah,
already
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I really like Move Dolly. That's like one of my motivation. Like that's on my gym
My boy
playlist.
OP.
I love that. How did that feature come together? How did that joint come together?
That's he's from where I'm from. That's the bloody. So it was easy. It was a no-brainer. It was crazy. Like before I even got in the studio, I kept hearing that in my head. I
Mm.
kept hearing the OP part, like, but I just kept hearing that rhyme. Leave him leaking slowly. Two shots been blocked, Ginobili. Like I just kept hearing OP, so I was just really just going with that rhyme scheme. And anything I knew that rhyme with OP, I was just trying to catch it. Like, feel me?
Crazy. And then Rolling and Controlling Part Two. Crazy. Out west with it. You know what I mean? In the Southland.
Good,
Uh,
good.
a lot of imagery of Nipsey. We all know that Nipsey really like the most solid dude ever in this super legend. But what does his legacy like mean to you?
It's like I'm just happy I could learn from it and take from it.
Mm.
Learn from his accomplishments, learn from his mistakes. A lot of times the best teacher is you having to go through it, but also, like I said, me just seeing what he had to do with his community, with his family, like
Hmm.
the morals and principles he stood on, it stuck with me. Me personally, I've always been heavy on morals and principles before even that, but it just, again, it gave me that reassurance that I know, nigga, to be a rapper don't mean you gotta do all of the extra shit that niggas
Yeah.
believe in beef all day. No, nigga. My beef is what I believe is my beef. It's not what another nigga tell me. So same way I stand for anything. My beliefs is what I stand on, not what another nigga tell me to believe in.
Yeah, he really lived by the code. And, the rap game is goofy. I ain't gonna lie. But like, it's people like Nipsey, that legacy of those ethics, you know what I mean? And really standing on your own 10 toes, like one of the greats to ever do it. Y'all really pay homage in that video.
Long live Nip.
That's special, man. Like he'll never die. You know what I mean? Like his music is so potent, it'll be around forever.
Oh yeah, eternal, most
Crazy.
definitely.
And then you got a joint, and then you switch it up. Like you got some other stuff that's like more for the ladies, but still G, like best friend. Like, how did you come up with the idea for best friend? Because
Don't
that's
be
like
real, that's all
that's
bandit. When
hard.
it comes to that high pitch, good looking, my boy, and that high pitch bandit did there was like you didn't expect it. Niggas was laughing when he did it. Be real with you, like when we first heard it in the studio, because obviously a nigga, you know that better than anybody. You would hear a nigga doing some shit on the mic and be like, "The fuck." Then you
Yeah,
hear it in the speakers and you like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
he was plotting on something." Feel me? So when we hearing it, he like, man, it's like niggas is weak, niggas is laughing and shit. Niggas like, "Fuck wrong with this nigga." But then when we heard it on the speaker, it was like, oh shit. So, and obviously the voice, the contrast in our voices is what really, I think,
yeah.
it amplifies that vibe of what we was trying to give off. Like, don't get it wrong, we're doing this for the bitches, but it can still get lit. So,
Right.
it's like it's just it's a balance.
And then the album Untamed. What's the inspiration behind the title, the album artwork? Like, let's talk about just Untamed for a second.
Man, me and my niggas is untamed. Feel me? You feel me? Like anything and everything that we put our minds to is nobody who could tell us, that we can't. And you know, in other words, everybody know rolling and controlling, like that's something. Forget the song, nigga. We rolling and controlling. Like,
Mm.
so I don't feel like I can be controlled by anybody else but myself. Feel me? If I give anybody else that power, I'll be a fool. So I just gotta know again how to properly, run the shit, but always stay in control, always roll in control. Feel me? The cover art.
Yeah.
And that was rest in peace to Black Panther. Yeah, we took the Black Panther idea from him and also just I don't know, like the Black Panther is so mysterious to me and uncontrolled obviously. So we went with that and I fucked with it.
One of my favorite songs I was gonna say on the project is Big Woods. Got a crazy vibe.
Big Woo?
Yeah. How did that collaboration come together?
I already had the song previously. I was trying to get a few niggas on it, like Sheff, Abra, but certain things just wasn't panning out. So for me, Ra was again, he's a label mate of mine and also a fellow dogs of mine. So it was a no-brainer. Like we just got in there and but it's a crazy part though about the verse. I had a verse originally, right? And don't get me wrong, it's still it's raw, don't get me wrong and shit, but it's like when I heard Ra verse, I'm like, yeah, let's take a step back. You feel me? So I just redid my whole shit and it was
That's how it be sometimes, like that iron sharpens iron, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and also it's like I could have went with the raw, which is more for the streets, or the what I would call like radio play and mainstream. You get
more
me?
Polished,
So,
more polished.
Yeah, I feel like that was the options I had to make, and I just thought shit. Mainstream is gonna hit different. So
yeah, that's on hard. And then you got a new video out, What You Need with Young Blue. Another special track. It's like it's a hit. It's not just viral. That's a real hit song right there. How did that collaboration come together?
Young Blue been reached out to me, from a minute ago, and I had What You Need in the stash. I made that. I would say, let's say about around this time last year, or a little earlier. Yep, definitely around this time. So a year ago, I made it, and it was just sitting there, and it was everybody's favorite, obviously. But I just didn't have a feature. So when Young Blue was reaching out to me and just letting me know how much he fuck with my shit, I would say, yo, bro, hop on this. You feel me? No freaky, and he did it.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of like you, where nobody sound like him. Like he got a way that he be on the tracks that it's so unique. And y'all sound really good together. That song is crazy. The video is crazy. How does it work with the videos? Like, do directors reach out to you? Do you have like a part in the treatment and the vision? How do the videos go down?
Oh yeah, definitely. I take part in the treatment, but What You Need was more like certain ones I allow the director to do their thing, and while I'm there, if I feel as if certain things need to be changed, we improvise. So I don't like to cut the creative process short by, just making it seem like my ideas is better than everybody else's. Nah, if I feel like it's something that needs improving, I'll let it be known. Or if I feel like something needs to be changed, I'll let it be known. But as far as it go with directors, I always allow them to do their thing. Nah, that's the label. Picked out some directors. Sometimes I do pick my own, but it depends on how I'm feeling.
So, somebody was going to tap in right now to Untamed. What, like, in your opinion, like, what's the hardest joint on there that you would want somebody to hear first?
I try not to, say the hardest or like try to favor any. But something that if you wanna, it depends on the mood you in. You wanna, like I said, wake up and get right to it. I would say either Rewind, Get Money, or Eat and Rock. But if you just want to catch a vibe, Safe and Sound, What You Need, a few others. But like I said, I don't like to really flavor them as favorites or whatever the case. I just know they all big ones.
So you already worked with a lot of people, and I think you're primed for a breakout. 2022 is going to be a big year for you. Who is somebody in the game, whether producer or artist, who's somebody that you really want to collaborate with going into the new year?
Artist-wise, I'll say EST Gee.
But yeah, EST Gee, that'd be crazy collab. That's coming. I already see that coming.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So for your fans out there that's like grabbing on to what you got going, like what's one message through your music that you could give to your fans?
I'll say anything is possible. Anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. And nobody can really tell you what you can't do. You allow people to do that. So always keep the ball in your court. and always go harder than the next. That's it.
So what's next for you? What's coming down the line this year? What's going on 2022, 2023? What's
2022,
the plan?
we're gonna flood the streets. You know, that's the plan. Flood the streets, flood the world with Dusty and Dusty and 9-5 double M's, and you know,
Yes,
the
sir.
Empire gonna help us along the way, and we're just gonna keep making wacky tunes and
Yeah.
adding on wacky visuals.
Yeah, man. The future is yours. I see big things coming your way. You put in the work. A lot of people don't put in the work. They think everything just gonna come to them, but you've been putting in the work. It's definitely coming for you. I want to give you the floor before we wrap up. I don't know if you got any shout outs or any last words,
I
but it's
already
all
know,
you.
man, I already know man himself, Dusty Locane, Nino Fever, get you Peter. And you know, it's double M's, militant minded, militant family, and we still on the go.
All right, gang. It's Happy New Year. May it be a blessed one.
I appreciate you, family, and same to you.
All right, man. Peace.
Love.